Join us in Slovenia. We invite you to experience all the marvels of the only country in the world with love in its name. And we guarantee you will fall in love with Slovenia, from the snow-clad Alps to the jade-blue Mediterranean to the fertile Pannonian Plain. Slovenia is the green heart of Europe, beating with energy and filled with surprises. It's a year-round destination and one of the safest places in the world for the entire family. All seasons abound with awesome activities for active travelers, from horseback riding on the Lipizzaner, one of the world's oldest horse breeds, to hiking unimaginably scenic trails, to kayaking through magical waters, to exploring the Postojna cave among more than 10,000 other grass caves in the country. Summer bliss brings out bikers and hikers through lush countryside and mountain meadows. Golfers find pleasure on emerald greens and rafters ply turquoise waters. Skiers sashay down white powder trails and relax at first-class ski resorts. Nature lovers rejoice at the spectacular sights of Lake Bled and Bahim, massive mirrors reflecting the dreamlike surroundings. Cosmopolitan travelers will delight in the Mediterranean charm of coastal towns and in Ljubljana, Slovenia's exciting capital city, a place of lively squares and home to the famous Dragon Bridge and Ljubljana Castle, where views of the city will take your breath away. Wellness travelers will find bliss in the healing powers of thermal waters and luxury spas, and foodies will savor Slovenia's amazing gastronomy, world-class wine, and the world's best female chef, Anna Rose, whose Michelin-rated delicacies will melt in your mouth. All travelers to Slovenia will feel the love and the warm-hearted and welcoming people. Come along and see for yourself. Our custom trips are drawn from a menu of enticing experiences with something interesting for everyone. This is Michael Gelber, CEO of IWorld Travel, inviting you to experience another memories beyond destination. IWorld Travel. Expect more. Do more.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're checking in from. I apologize, we're having a little bit of challenge on that slide. There we go. My name is Michael Gelber. I am the CEO and Chairman of the Board of IWorld Travel, and welcome. That video was certainly invigorating and exciting in terms of Slovenia. I think it shares a lot about what many of us didn't know. And also bear in mind that we have that video and many other videos at our YouTube channel at IWorld Travel that you can become a subscriber of. Today we are, again, just grateful to have as participating with this webinar, our leadership series on Slovenia. We have Carmen Noverlek from the Slovenian Tourism Board, who has been with them for over 20 years and is focuses and primarily working with the B2B market, which would be our travel advisory community. Leah Sakuka, who has been in the industry for 15 years and is our expert and our trusted partner in Slovenia. So whenever we need anything and we're putting programs together and looking for opportunities to make this a very special experience, this is who we're going to be working with. And of course, I think many of you know Alita Poljavec, who has been with us for the entire 2020 year and has come to us from a company that was doing outbound into the Eastern Europe and the Balkan region and is handling our European booking as well as our product development. And she'll talk a little bit about our LSGD product, which is our luxury small group departure program that we have been working on for quite some time and we have begun to launch. I want to introduce you to Carmen Novarlik, which I've already mentioned, is with the Slovenia Tourism Board. Carmen has been over 20 years and she is a very good friend of the company and Alita and Tatiana, who is with our partner in Slovenia. And we couldn't be more thrilled and appreciative to have Carmen join us. Carmen, welcome. Unmute, and it's on you.
Thank you very much, Michael. It's been really my greatest pleasure to be with you today, and it's my really greatest pleasure to present one of the greenest and one of the most diverse countries in the world, Slovenia. It's really a unique presentation that we've prepared for you. But before I start and to deeply, of course, present my beautiful country, I would like just to point out, because of the new circumstances and the new normal that we are living, that we have really implemented hygiene requirements and health protection recommendations. We do have a new green and safe label, which really declares our new responsible travel standards. Together with all the Slovenian tourism industry, we provided a new guide for really responsible, safe and sustainable business operations of providers and all destinations. So all together, we do have a new guide that we are really following. And the latest, but the most important news, also related to COVID-19 and Slovenia, of course, it is important that from mid of September, with a valid negative 48 hours test for COVID-19, so you can regularly enter to our country without a quarantine. So I think this is the most important task that we solved really, I think, a lot of problems that could be in a way affecting our tourism industry. But okay, let's talk further on about the content. I invite you all in a way to make yourself comfortable, to take a look of my today's content, to relax in a way. I'm going to talk about green and active Slovenia, about our culture, to understand who we are, about our culinary, and at the very end about our spa resorts. But let me start with presenting you where Slovenia is. It is really perfectly located in the heart of Europe. Next year we would celebrate our 30 years of independence. We are a full member of the European Union, Schengen area, and we do have euro as the official currency, and English, no problem at all. It's really widely spoken in all the country. As you can notice within this map, we are perfectly really positioned in the heart of Europe. It is in a way not far from Venice, about 1.5 hours drive only. Vienna, Munich, Budapest, Frankfurt and other airports are surrounding Slovenia, and it is an easily accessible country. Talking about our diversity, Slovenia is really at the crossroad where four geographical worlds meet, as we are located between the Alps and between the Mediterranean, as well as there is the Pannonian Plain on the very east, and the Karst with Karst phenomena. I'm going to present them also afterwards. But first, let me very briefly introduce our really natural, beautiful resources. About 60% of our country today is covered with forest, and about a third of the territory is protected. So the sustainability is really incorporated in all our activities, talking about the product development, about the marketing. So everybody is trying really to push this green and safe tourism in all manners. And at the same time, it is incorporated also in our I Feel Slovenia brand, which shows our sincere ambition to develop this sustainable tourism. Let's go on, and let me also, beside the beautiful nature, present you also the active vacation and possibilities that you have once coming to Slovenia, as it is really a perfect destination for 365 days a year, perfect hiking trails, in the spring and in the autumn time, as well as a variety of cycling possibilities with families, for FITs, smaller groups, but also some adrenaline biking in the Karst and in the underground part of the country. As well as the winter, which is just about to start in the north and alpine part of the country. We do have a variety of winter sport, also resorts, and we can say that all the best things in Slovenia happens outdoors. Let's continue our journey. From the north and from the skiing resorts, I would like briefly to point out two marvelous lakes, Glacial Lakes, which are located not far also from the border with Austria. This is Lake Bled, and it is known for this beautiful island in the middle, and there is, as well as on the island, a special legend connecting with this church and with the island. And the legend says that by ringing the bell, you will be blessed with years of happiness and luck. Bled is today known also as a congress destination. A lot of political summits and congress facilities have been organized through several years. There is a special Pletna boat, I would say, Bled gondola. And this marvelous riding with the Pletna really provides you an exciting excursion around Bled and the marvelous castle above the city. Not far from Bled is located Bochum, which is really an oasis of peace and pristine nature. Let me remark that in the 1967, in Bochum vacationed Agatha Christie with her husband. And at the time she was asked if she could use Bochum as a setting for one of her books. And do you know what she said? Unfortunately, no. At that time, the people were a little bit disappointed, but she immediately said afterwards that because it's too beautiful to murder. And this is something that we are, of course, repeating ourselves. And Bochum really, with its beautiful nature and surrounding cycling and hiking possibilities, offers today a real, I would say, heaven for adrenaline and active vacation. Let's move from the north to the southern and eastern and western part of the country. Before I skip to the Mediterranean side, on the west, we do have the so-called Solcha or Hemingway's Valley. And the Solcha River with its beautiful emerald water, which is today known as a very active resort and active valley where you can experience rafting, hydro-speed canoeing, and fishing. And why Hemingway or Hemingway's Trail or Valley is named today still because he was inspired for his novel Farewell to Arms because of the First World War going on there. And still today there are a lot of trails where you can admire and where you can remember Hemingway's time. Okay, let's proceed our journey to the southern part of the country within the Mediterranean for idyllic cities. Piran, the real jewel of the Mediterranean side, with Isola, Koper, and Portorož. You have to know that all this part was under the Venetian influence between the 14th and 18th century. This is why there are still today very well preserved palaces existing from this time. Besides the sporting activities, especially during the summertime, and some beautiful parks and narrow streets, you can today discover also the history of the sultans. They are still active, more than 700 years old tradition, and really something amazing that you should discover once you are on the Mediterranean side. Let's continue our journey. I would like also to present to you a little bit more our culture and natural heritage. Of course, I have to start with Ljubljana, with our capital city, which is located in the real heart of the country. Ljubljana, as every capital, is a city of the economical and political environment, with its beautiful and marvelous castle above the city. Ljubljana, it's a river, the triple bridges in the real heart of the capital with Plečnik, beautiful sites. He was one of the most prestigious architects worldwide known. But we are especially proud because Ljubljana in 2017 was also awarded and proclaimed as European Green Capital, which shows our sincere ambition to develop green tourism. So we started in a way also within cities and with the capital, showing again the sustainable way of living, the sustainable transport facilities that is offering. And let's move from Ljubljana to the second largest town of Slovenia. The second largest town is called Maribor. It's in the north and eastern part of the country with about 150,000 inhabitants, just to have the impression of the sizes of our cities. Maribor today, it's known for its oldest grape wine of the world, more than 500 years old tradition. You can still try and taste the wine from the oldest grape wine, not only in Maribor, but in Slovenia as well. Okay. Let's continue with the Karst. Between Ljubljana and the Mediterranean side, we do have the so-called Karst region. First, the Karst is known for the Karst phenomena and for the Lipica stud farm, which is existing still from the 50 and 80. In this beautiful stud farm, you can take a look of the white and noble Lipizzaner horses, but also you can take a look of several performances which are open to tourism, of course, visitings. Not far from Lipica, we do have several caves, more than 10,000 officially registered caves. I would like to point out just two of them, which are the most and the biggest underground worlds. The first is Postojna Cave and Predjama Castle, the largest cave castle in the world, really an amazing attraction. And not far from Predjama Castle and Postojna Cave are also Škocjan caves, which are listed on UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and they are known as they have the deepest and largest underground canyon in the world. Really an amazing attraction. And let's continue our journey from the Karst. I would like to present you our culinary and wine, really special, amazing places. In the last years, Slovenia has really worked a lot in the direction sustainable also gastronomy. We are very happy because Slovenia was awarded as European Region of Gastronomy in 2021. But beside this, nevertheless, that it's really a very heavy year for all of us working in tourism. This year, we are extremely proud because we got first Michelin Stars. 7 of them. There are many restaurants which obtained not just stars, but also other, I would say, awards inside the big Michelin family. But beside Anna Roche, she was proclaimed as the best female chef of the world some years ago. We do have really top chefs, and especially Slovenia is really becoming a heaven of foodies in last years. Okay, and from gastronomy and being a 5-star destination for beautiful gastronomic experiences, in the last part, I would like just to point out that Slovenia is also a land of spa resorts. We do have altogether 14 spa resorts, which are oriented toward medical, but also well-being, tourism. They have really developed green, active, and healthy experiences and programs in the last years, talking about some health, preventions, talking about natural healing resources, talking about families, aqua farm possibilities. Slovenia is really a unique destination where you can combine, let's say, healthy vacation and active vacation at the same time, as all of the spa resorts are based on the east part of the country, with a variety of active possibilities as well, beside having these all beautiful inside pools with mineral water, with springs of healing waters as well. Before I conclude my presentation, I would like just briefly to summarize that and to sum up in a way that Slovenia is green, is safe, and it is inspiring. It has an excellent location, very friendly people, and a very good quality of life. At this point, I would like really to thank you very much for the invitation. I hope that you enjoyed within the presentation. I gave you an overview of a variety of possibilities that Slovenia could offer, and looking forward to seeing you in Slovenia. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. That was terrific. Very, very inviting destination. I think, like I said earlier, I don't think a lot of people would realize how robust and beautiful this destination is. And it seems to have a real intimacy to it, right? I mean, I know you have love in the name, but the intimacy that you seem to feel, whether you're looking at the greenery, the waters, the castles, the islands, the horses, I mean, it's really, really a beautiful destination. Thank you for sharing that. I want to introduce now live to take over at this point to discuss our luxury small group departure with Slovenia, Alina Paljevec, which I've already introduced, as well as Leah Stakuka. Ladies, take over.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much, Michael, for the introduction. Thank you, Carmen, for a wonderful presentation of Slovenia. I really hope that everybody listening is getting inspired to sell Slovenia and promote Slovenia to the clients, and possibly to maybe suggest that they go by the end of this year. That would be wonderful. I think that all of us are very hungry to have some business and some people traveling. And we feel that there is an opportunity toward the end of this year for our luxury small group departures. And before I get into it, I want also to present you Leah Stokucha, my colleague and friend, who is our Slovenia expert. And she will help me out to give you a little bit more in-depth information about the things that we will go. So we will start with just a very quick overview. What is LSGD, our luxury small group departures? So this is IWorld new luxury product, and it is based on a maximum of 14 passengers. And it is small, intimate. We say that it is a hybrid itinerary because even though it is an escorted tour, but we always implement a lot of free time, and we also include a lot of off the beaten path and some immersion experiences into the culture and with the locals. So it's kind of like a mixture between an escorted tour and an FIT. But of course, it is a fixed departure date. For the majority of our tours, we offer at least 4 departure dates for each destination. We cover global destinations, but we have quite a few in Europe. Of course, me being from Croatia and Slovenia being our first and very good neighbor and very good friends. Of course, we have quite a few for Slovenia as well. Not to mention, obviously, that we can also put together a bunch of FITs. But now I will touch base a little bit for this wonderful holiday program that we have over the New Year's Eve. And this one includes Croatia and Slovenia. It is based on 14 passengers, but we are operating it with a 49-seater coach. So if they will have all the space they want for themselves. It is really a good itinerary for the winter time, and I said that before when we had the webinar about Croatia a couple of weeks ago. It is a different experience to be there in the winter. It is much more authentic. It is much more, there is much more opportunity to connect with the local people, to really savor into the tradition and experience the life as it is in both of those destinations. We start from Dubrovnik and then go on to Split with a visit also to the national park Plitvice Lakes on the way between Split and Zagreb. We are in Zagreb for the New Year's Eve, as Zagreb has a major and very interesting New Year's Eve open air party. And then on January 1st, you can begin the year in the wonderful country of Slovenia that we are presenting today with overnights in Ljubljana, with the Christmas markets and all that it offers, and a full day exploring the Lake Bled with the castle. And it's going to be a really amazing tour. And I would like to say here, really, if you want to get some clients traveling, this is the opportunity. Reach out to us. We have a wonderful brochure. You can email this, what you're viewing right now, to your clients. You can share it on social media or email it directly to them. Let's try to get some activity and some people interested in traveling. Now we can go to the next one. Thank you. So here, let's say we get somebody to go to Slovenia, or let's get somebody that goes to this tour, that the tour for Croatia and Slovenia for New Year's Eve. And then we could offer to those people to stay longer in Slovenia. And here we wanted to give you a couple of interesting points, what somebody could do in Slovenia in the winter time. And here I will give the words to my colleague Lea. She will give us some inside info from Slovenia, how it is to spend some days in Ljubljana, Bled, and around Slovenia in the winter time. Lea?
Yes, hello everyone. I'm the one waiting for you here this year in December. First thing, staying in Ljubljana, definitely Christmas market. It's one of the cutest markets in Europe. As downtown of Ljubljana has very nice medieval architecture, and then the stands are being built up along the riverside. So it gives you a special magical feeling. You can take easily an excursion to Lake Bled or Lake Bohinj, but you are also allowed to stay longer in the Alpine world if you want to have a few days of skiing maybe before taking the tour. You can either go to Kranjska Gora, which is more appropriate for families and beginners, or you can go to Vogel for a bit more scenery and higher ski slopes. As Carmen earlier mentioned, we are also very rich with mineral waters. So thermal spa resorts are a very nice getaway for the cold days. You can pamper yourselves with the massages, with natural fungo, for example, in the seaside. As you know, we have the salt pans there. So there's a big spa resort also on the seaside, more than 2,000 square meters big. And everything they use there is based on natural minerals and salt and algae that they get in the salt pans nearby. And I think it's very unique and interesting, as usually you have more or less French and Swiss products everywhere in spa resorts, but here you can have some unique treatments from the nearby nature offerings. The sun and salt is always nice on the skin, and the sunny days in winter time are precious, so definitely an escape to seaside is something you could do. As you saw before, the Postojna cave, they do a very special thing in Christmas time. They actually put the live nativity scene inside the cave. So you got singers and angel choirs while you are taking the tour there. It's very, very nice to experience that as well.
Amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Lea. I want to go to Slovenia right now. I kind of feel sorry that I'm so far away. Here is, we're going to see a couple of slides with nature of Slovenia in the winter time. We have some very interesting options, and Lea, I will ask for your help a little bit more. Let's say we have a family who wants to go, and maybe they're skied a little bit, but it's not their main concern. What Slovenia really has to offer in the winter time for a winter vacation for a family?
Well, you can do two things, at least. You can stay either in Bled and do like daily tours on nearby ski slopes when you feel like it. It's 30-minute drive or 1 hour, even if you want to take a day trip maybe to Austria. Otherwise, in Lake Bled, you also have the thermal water spa, and you can enjoy some amazing views from the indoor pools while taking care of yourself. You can take a walk around Lake Bled, or maybe take a ride with the Pletna boat there, doing this also in the winter time. Or if you feel like more of a city break holiday and ski, you can always choose Maribor as your accommodation spot and maybe go skiing in Pohorje, where you have beginner and professional ski slopes as well.
That sounds great. And there are also ski schools, right, that provide lessons both for adults and for children.
That's right. If you would like to do that, I would recommend, for example, Kranjska Gora. From there, you can also visit Lipica, where we have our Nordic ski center. We are proud to have the longest ski jump lane in the world. There you can try also the wind tunnel. You can do some cross-country lessons as well. So you got a lot of options for sure.
Really a lot of options. We can continue to the next one. We will have a picture of Ljubljana. We already heard from Lea a little bit about the Christmas markets and the option to stay in Bled. And really, I did this myself, honestly, and I had a lot of groups in my travel business career. I had quite a few groups, and that was stay in Bled and then do exactly this. One day they go on one location for skiing, the next day they go to Ljubljana and then spend the day in Ljubljana. It's great about Slovenia. It's a small country and so rich with everything, but almost everything you can do in a day tour. So it's really convenient. Stay in Bled as a beautiful location itself, and then wander around, savoring the local life, the amazing cuisine that Carmen has presented also to us. And one of the reasons, when I used to live in Croatia, in Zagreb, one of the reasons I always used to go to Slovenia was the cuisine, especially in Lake Bled. There is something that is called kremšnita. I know it's maybe hard to pronounce, but Lea, can you tell us a little bit, just a few information, why is Bledska kremšnita so famous?
Yeah, for sure. It is a special pastry with cream, and it's a very, very old recipe from 18th century, I think, and it originates from Bled. And it's nowadays known as one of the most famous desserts from Slovenia.
Definitely, and
everyone that goes there has to try it, that's for sure.
Yes, that's for sure. And I think with that, we can wrap up the winter part, and now we will transition into our spring and summer and fall programs that we have for Slovenia. So this one that you're looking at, we call it the Soul of Croatia and Slovenia. We have 4 departure dates in 2021, as you can see up there. 1 in May, 1 in June, 1 in September, and 1 in October. We, on purpose, choose the dates that are a bit out of the main summer season when it is the hottest, because these itineraries are really focused on the exploring and experiencing all the heritage and the beautiful places. It starts from Split and goes to Lake Plitvice and then on to the Istria part of Croatia, which is also very, very interesting. And from there, we go over the border to visit Koper and Piran, and then explore the wonderful Postojna cave, and then on to Ljubljana and the Lake Bled and Bohinj. A really, really special, really beautiful program, a lot of free time. It's one of the best really for the people that want to have time to experience the destinations in the best possible way. And something that I will announce that we will soon be publishing, it is a family program that Lea and I have been working together on, which I named the Lakes and Hills of Slovenia. If you heard one of our previous webinars, you may have heard that beside our luxury small group departure as a product, we have a sub-group, which is a family. A little bit different. We put it together in a way where we choose the properties to be a little bit more family orientated, and we include some family interesting activities that are appealing to the kids and also to the adults. And in general, our family programs are really, really something different and something that is, I think, very attractive for a family that travels with kids that are interested and want to learn about the countries. We put them together in a way where the kids will be interested and they will learn. And I think that's the best thing that we can teach our children, to travel and whatever they learn on the destination. Lea, for this program that we are putting together with 10 nights in Slovenia, 2 departure dates, we will have them in the summertime when the kids are off of school, obviously. We are doing these special highlights. Lea, can you tell us a little bit about traditions of Prekmurje and what the families will do there, and as well as a little bit about the interesting features like the camp and the treasure hunt, just to give our agents a little idea how this program will be great for families.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll be happy to do that. So we will start with the eastern part of the country. I sat in the head of the chicken, thanks to the shape size of our country. It's actually a very nice lowland along the Mura River, and what we will be learning there is pottery tradition. So we will have a pottery class where families will be able to do their own plates and take them home. And in the same day, they will also learn about cooking traditions in the Prekmurje, and they will try to make their very own traditional meal over there. And of course, on the tour, we will include the main pearl of Slovenia. We will move from Prekmurje to the Alpine world. We will accommodate in Lake Bled. But from there, we will have a lot of activities. We will also visit Mini Mundus, the special miniature world in Austria. We will take a ride with a special tobogganing sledge with the view on Lake Blade. It's really, really nice there. We will take a daily tour to Ljubljana, and because those are families, we wanted to do the city tour a little bit more interesting. So they will get to know Ljubljana and its history through a treasure hunt they will do over there. And of course, we will go also to the seaside. We have a few special experiences from there. One of them is they will be taken with the old-timer bands through olive oil plantation, and they will learn about the tradition of olive oil in Slovenian Istria. There is a very high-quality olive oil. They will get a taste of it as well. We will also have the chance to visit Lipica, the horse stud farm, and they will be able to do some horse riding there or carriage ride. They will learn about the Lipicaner tradition in Slovenia. So I promise there will be adventures.
I love that. I think this program will be really, really special. I'm really excited for us finishing it and publishing it. Thank you so much, Lea.
Yeah,
Michael, we can go to the next one. Just a quick overview, even though it doesn't we don't have everything here, but just to give you an idea of our luxury small group departures and everything that we are working on right now, from the programs that we have for Croatia and Slovenia and a lot of a Balkan area down with Albania and Macedonia and Kosovo and Montenegro. We're going to have a webinar in November for the Hidden Gems of Europe, and these are the countries that you will find out everything about. A lovely program for Poland, and then another very dear to me, the Pearls of Europe, Prague, Vienna, Budapest. Also soon to be, we're going to have a Jewish heritage webinar about these three amazing cities, Prague, Vienna, and Budapest. Portugal, then our Croatia family adventure, 2 programs for Malta, and of course in Latin America, our Costa Rica programs, 2 different versions of them. Our programs for Cuba as well, 2 different versions, one longer and one shorter. Pearls of Uruguay, Belize, Egypt, Israel, Italy. Many programs are just about to be ready for you to see them and start promoting them. And I hope that with that, we gave you an idea about Slovenia. I would like once more to thank Carmen and thank you, Lea. And also I would like to thank Tatiana for helping us to put this webinar together. And I would like to thank all of you here that were listening to us. And I hope that we made you love Slovenia. And that's all for me presenting. Now I will be diving into your questions that we have in our Q&A section. Michael, did you want to take over while I go through the questions?
Well, yeah, nothing to take over. I just want to say thank you again for everybody participating. I love the opportunity to learn a new destination from people who live it and love it. And hopefully we'll be able to get some interest for our holiday destination. Again, I think you touched on something that we want to let people know, that even though Slovenia is only on the back end of the holiday travel this year for 1 or 2 nights, we anticipate being able to extend that on a request basis. Because again, remember, we're an FIT company, and these LSGD products allow you to get into a destination and then build itineraries around it. So the idea of an LSGD product isn't to be the end all of your experience of your trip, but is to be the beginning, kind of the post that. And one of the things that you'll learn about LSGD as you move forward is that we typically have programs in large countries where one program ends, you meet up in the city where the next one begins, so you can combine 1 or 2 of them. In the case of Slovenia being attached to Croatia, we're already anticipating and discussing options and how to extend it 2 or 3 nights while you're in Slovenia on a private basis, but an extension of the LSGD.
Absolutely.
So very, very informative, terrific participation and education on this. I think we have a few questions. Why don't we just go ahead and shoot them out and then direct them to who needs to answer them.
Michael, I would say one right for you if you want to take this one. And one of our agents was asking, I know this is a Zoom, but is it recorded? I would like to share it with my agents.
100%. So not only is this recorded, but within about 30 minutes after this webinar ends, you should get an emailed it to you direct. Additionally, within a few days, we will also have it uploaded to our YouTube page as well as our website. And when we upload it there, we edit it. And what we typically do is take out the beginning part where I'm talking. Now, mind you, I love hearing myself talk, I'm sure, but we take that part out and just start the webinar when we host it on our website and our YouTube page, just where the video begins. And then we end it at the end of the questions here at the end. So yes, you do have access and availability to it front and in a few days with a little edited to it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Michael. Now, next question, I think it would be for you, Carmen. If you can tell us, traveling into and out of Italy, how is the border handled?
At the moment, there are countries, nevertheless, the fact that we are part of the Schengen or not Schengen, so there are border controls. They're a little bit more restricted as it was, let's say, last year with regard to the COVID situation. But again, for all of, let's say, the countries being on the red or on the yellow list and not on the green one, where there are no, let's say, any kind of complications. So it is a good or important step to tourism recovery with regard to Slovenia, because as mentioned, nevertheless, that you are coming, let's say, from a red list or a yellow list, you need a negative COVID test, 48 hours test, to be able to enter the country and enjoy your trip. So
that's good enough, I think. With the COVID test, everything is resolved. Next question is, I would say also for you, Carmen, are the Christmas markets open after Christmas?
Yes, they are mid of January for sure.
Yes,
yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, now next question. I think that I will take this one. What is the price for the Croatia-Slovenia small group trip? Is this typical of the other tours? So the price for the New Year program is, now telling you this by heart, is around 2,400 per person with all luxury properties and accommodation and all the sightseeing, entrance fees, everything is included. So it's a very good value for money, and it's a very good time to go and experience the real life of both of Croatia and Slovenia. And is this typical? I'm not 100% I understand. It is a typical setting of our small group, luxury small group departures, but it is a bit different than the summer programs. Obviously, it is crafted in the way that is best suitable for the winter time in both of the countries.
And Alita, let me just throw in there that they can email you direct or anybody and request the holiday e-brochure that we have that has pricing and then a tab as well to be able to download the full itinerary. So when you get the e-brochure, you can print it to a PDF, or you can click on and go directly to the full itinerary, and you can convert that and print that to a PDF and share it with anybody in your office or any of your clients. So that is available. Just reach out to Alita. The email is right there on the bottom of the slide, and she'll get that sent out to you immediately.
Yes, and also sometime on the beginning of the webinar, if you go onto the chat section, over there I have posted my email and my colleagues' Java emails as well, and also you have the link to the LSGD brochure, to the LSGD web page, to the Slovenia page, and also our destination videos and our webinar recordings. So if you just go back in the chat, you will find all of them right there. Wait a second, maybe I have it. I will share it one more time to everyone. Okay, everyone, and I will just copy paste. There you go. So there you have it in the end of the chat section with all the links, and of course, reach out to us directly for any questions that you have. We have a few more questions, so let's see. Is the Cave Castle only for touring, or can you stay overnight? I would say, Carmen, you want to take that?
Yeah, only for touring.
Yes, I know.
But you got many castles in Slovenia, and some of them do offer overnights if you want to stay in a special accommodation like that. You got Castle Otočec that has the rooms, and it's very nice to stay there. A few smaller chateaus, and you have like Bled Castle and Ljubljana Castle that have restaurants inside. So some of them are for dining or accommodation purposes as well.
Amazing. Okay, next, thank you so much, Leah. Next question is, what are the dates for the Christmas markets in Ljubljana? Are there any other markets in Slovenia? And are there any protocols in place for this year? Carmen, you can help us maybe with this one as well?
Well, the dates are here. So December 27th to January 3rd would be the dates.
They were asking about the dates of the Christmas markets in Ljubljana, if I understand correctly. Normally, this is the first days of December until the mid-January that the Christmas market.
5th January this year.
Am I correct, Leah?
Yeah, it starts usually with the beginning of December when they put on the lights. And
Yes.
this year it's going to end on January 5th. So almost a month.
Okay.
And then you got some small market. You have two more small markets also in Bled and Maribor usually, and it's also on the seaside in Toroš or Piran. So
that's great. And do you know, are there going to be any protocols in place? I am assuming it's social distancing and masks, and you have any other information on that?
No, probably we will see how it goes with the numbers of affected in the country with time. I guess they will be changing it according to that.
Yeah, it's hard.
But at the moment we are not using mask outside. So yes, as Leah mentioned, we hope that the situation will be almost the same, and we hope that nevertheless the situation it will be a nice December and January as well, as we are used to have it.
Thank you so much, ladies. I have also here a question, Michael, that would be most suitable for you maybe. Is there a travel agent site?
Well, that's an interesting question. We've had that asked before, and we are working on it on our website. We used to have a portal that you could link into and have it just be accessible for you. But what we have done until then is if you look at our website, we have no pricing. And most of the information is benign enough to be resourceful for you as a travel advisor, as well as a resource for you and or any of your clients. A lot of times what we find is our travel advisors, as our booking clients, will come to the website, and we get great feedback that the website really does a great job of promoting us as a company, our relationship with the travel advisor community, and how we view a destination. But yes, we are working on it. Obviously, some things got held up in 2020. That was one of them. But we anticipated 2021 to have a specific portal. But in the interim, as I said, we've made sure that the website doesn't have anything contrary to what you would be sharing with your clients and doesn't share any prices or any other information along those lines.
Thank you so much, Michael. And this is one that I will take on. Do we have to bring a group, or can we book into the tour with individuals? And the answer is we can do both, of course. Yes, you can book individuals, whether they are joining one of our luxury small group departures worldwide, or you can book with us your individuals to do an FIT, and we would, in that case, put the program together exactly according to their wishes and what they want to do, and the places they want to see, things they want to try, absolutely customized for them. And all of that we can do also if you have a group. If you have a group that wants to do the LSGD program, the small luxury group program, of course, we can do it on a different date, for your group, adjusting some things or leaving everything the same as it is. And also, of course, if you have a closed group, a classic group, even a large group, there is no problem whatsoever. We have global connections worldwide, and we can assist you with larger groups just as well as smaller ones. Am I right, Michael?
100%. And what I wanted to add to that is we can make a customized group just for you or for your agency as well.
Of course.
So it doesn't have to be an IWorld of Travel. Again, we'll create the collateral, we'll create the e-brochure for you, we'll do the flyers, we'll conduct the Zoom meetings for you. Whatever you need, we're there for. So keep that in mind. There is really nothing that we feel that we wouldn't be willing to do for the travel advisor community as in terms of marketing, education, and helping you book travel. That is our goal.
And there is, Michael, one just popped out that comes with what you're talking about. Are groups quoted net or gross?
Well, the prices that that we are quoting are gross, but we can do net. If you're doing your own private group, obviously we would give you a net price. And since it's your group, you can price it how you wish. But the prices that you're seeing right now are all priced with gross with 18% commission. But again, we can give you a net rate and still do all the, as much work as you need us. We want you to look at us as your marketing department in any destination in the world. Even if we don't have an LSGD product that we've already put together or that we have coming or that we do have, it doesn't matter. You may come to us and say, listen, I want to do a LSGD product down to Chile. Chile, I want to have one for the north, one for the central, one for the south. As you know, it's a very long country with a lot of opportunity. We'll go ahead and create that for you as a private group net pricing. So again, come to us. We're here, and that's part of it. Listen, this is our commitment. Keep in mind, this business is very personal. It's personal to all of us. All of us that are in the industry, but it's especially personal to me. We're carrying forward the legacy of my father, and my father's number one commitment was to be committed and supportive to the travel advisor community. And we have his name in our name of our company to remind us of that every single day. So whatever you need, you reach out to us.
Thank you, Michael, for that answer. Okay, two last questions are here to answer. I invite anyone who has any question in your head, you still have time to drop it off in the Q&A section. And as you type it out, we will ask for the last. I have a last question right now that is going to be for my Slovenia beautiful ladies. And the question is, are there any faith-based tours in Slovenia, Christian or Jewish?
You can do both.
Hello?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You're a little broken up.
Okay. Oh, sorry. The country is mostly Catholic, but how we can offer also the Jewish heritage tours as well, as we have some Jewish heritage also in the eastern part of the country, synagogue in Lendava, and there was a new synagogue also built in Ljubljana. So
that's great.
Both
and in terms of Christian sites, and
Catholic,
what would you point out?
We have a lot of churches. We have a running joke in Slovenia that almost every village and hill has its own church. And you have amazing, there's a very beautiful cathedral in Ljubljana. But also the square and the church bell in Koper is interesting to see, as it's like a miniature of San Marco Square in Venice due to Venetian architecture over there. So a lot of Christian.
Thank you so much, Leah.
Let me just ask a question, Leah, because we don't have a faith base in place, but we can create one with the Jewish heritage. Is it a possibility to have a Shabbat dinner in the eastern side? As you were mentioning, there's a synagogue and another one. Are those options that are available for our advisors and their clients?
I will have to check about the dinners, but I know hotels are adjusted also with kosher food due to a lot of tourists coming from Israel for many years. So I'm pretty sure we can avoid something.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Leah. Michael, this is the last one that we have right now here, and this will be for you. Do you offer a discount for travel agents who want to try a tour?
Well, we don't like the word discount. We have a travel advisor pricing. Yes. So we provide the pricing to make it easy for you to get to, but more importantly, we're also a company, think about it, that we're about education and to be a resource. We work on doing a number of educational trips, fam trips, if you will. In 2019, we had 10, whether it was from Latin America, Africa, Asia. So this is what we try to do. We limit it typically to about 8 to 10 travel advisors. As an example, I'll give you, we did Africa, South Africa, that was hosted by Zahava Baton, our VP of Global Sales. It was for 11 nights, first class the entire way. We only allowed 8 agents to go. We got support from the tourism board. It was only $1,500. So we do everything we can to make it easy for the travel advisors to go as part of our education. Again, we try to emphasize that it's not a vacation, it's an education as we put these fam trips together. However, if you're looking to just go yourself or a few individuals to go experience it as travel advisors, we absolutely have travel advisor pricing.
That's great. I think that's all of the questions. So
sorry, it was just, if I can, yes, it was a certain also question related somewhere in between to the Slovenian incoming workshop, which was in a way cancelled this year, unfortunately. And somebody was asking, will there be a CU program in 2021? Just short information that we're seriously considering, yes, to organize the Slovenian Incoming Workshop in September next year.
Terrific.
That's great. Thank you so much, Carmen. Thank you, everybody, for sticking all the way to the end. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Leah. Michael?
All right. Thank you, everybody. This has been a terrific, I love the questions at the end. I love the engagement. And Carmen, Leah, Alita, thank you so much for providing the information and the education that is important to promoting Slovenia, and as well as talking about our company and what we can do. Everybody stay strong, stay safe. There is a light. And again, I use this line. My father, it was an old line my father used. I see a light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't believe it's a train. And we also don't believe it's a train. We see a little bit of a light. We see the airlines that are starting to take control of themselves in terms of bringing testing, to the airports. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. I think we're going to see a lot more testing at the airports in destination arrivals. It'll be a two-prong approach. I think we're getting closer. We've seen a lot of progress in that in the last 30 days. And I think over the next 30 days, we're going to see that really kind of increase. And of course, I think once we get past the election and everybody has a sense of where things are, and we have a little bit more grasp of what's taking place with COVID-19, hopefully we'll see more therapeutics. Hopefully we'll see a vaccine, even though a vaccine is not a cure-all. What a vaccine does for everybody, it shows that the DNA has been broken. And if it's been broken, that means there'll be progress every day from that point forward. And we are certainly looking forward to the day after, as I know you are. Thank you. And everybody have an enjoyable rest of your day and a good week. Take care, and thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.